Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another episode of our Planet Zoo franchise mode Let's Play, where we're diving right back into Elite Zoo North. And as we do so, folks, I just want to mention really quickly, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you'd like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I say it all the time, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel. Not only do I make decisions as to what to do more or less of based on your response and likes and comments, but again, I also enjoy reading through all the comments, seeing your feedback, seeing your opinions, and I just have to say, the comments, the companions is what I almost said. The comments in the previous episode blew me away. I mean, they're always full of surprises and they're always full of information. And it's always great. But with the last session's comments, I learned so much about something that I had absolutely no or minimal exposure to. I only got exposed to the Sami culture. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if not. The only reason I got exposed to them was because of comments from prior episodes, compelling me to explore. And then last session, after we did the reindeer enclosure, there was so much interesting information. Like, there's a unit of measurement, which is the distance that reindeer can travel before they have to take a pee break, which is absolutely fascinating. It makes perfect sense, obviously, for a culture and for a people that are so intertwined with an animal to have that as a measuring system. But, one can assume things like this exist, but to actually hear that there is something like that out there is just so compelling to me. So it was interesting stuff there. I learned a lot about names for reindeer, like the etymology, and it was really awesome. I just wanted to say thanks to all of you that get engaged, that share your own personal anecdotes or jokes or just opinions in the comments. It does really bring me a lot of joy to read through them. I say it all the time, and I do genuinely mean it. Now, today's session will be a pretty interesting one, I think, in a couple of ways. In full transparency, I'm going to tell you right at the beginning of this episode, there is a fairly high likelihood that we're not going to get a time lapse today. I hope y'all don't mind. I know some of you only watch for time lapses, or some of you prefer to watch time lapses. So I wanted to say that right off the bat, so that if you're not interested, then and I'm not going to lead you on and say, oh yeah, there might be a time lapse, and then at the end be like, yeah, no, because I know very well we might not get one today. Now, why might we not get a time lapse today? One, there's a community challenge that I actually feel like we can participate in a fair bit. I feel like we can do. We've got 2 days left, which means this session is my last time, because I only ever play when I'm recording, because I want y'all to be a part of everything. So we only have 1 day left, really, an hour of time. And if we stay paused for the whole thing, we're not going to have any births. And I want to be a top contributor for this, because we can, right? Just in episode 75, I was talking about how I felt, or I wish that I could be a bit more involved in this community stuff. And we've already got 9. We're not too far from, getting up there. So I hope y'all don't mind. I would like to try and do this. And at the same time, it'll allow us to do a lot of the management stuff that we've had to set aside, or that we've ended up setting aside for one reason or another. So while it's nighttime, I'm going to do a little bit of lighting work up over here. As you can see, it's pretty dark. It's extremely dark. And then we're going to handle a lot of the issues and situations that were brought up in the comments. We're still going to be expanding the zoo as well. I've got some plans for how we're going to expand it, but we're going to be doing it in real time as opposed to paused and with a time lapse. And again, I hope y'all are okay with that. If you are or aren't, let me know in the comments. I do take feedback very seriously, but again, it's sort of a one-off. We almost always have a time lapse, but this one's going to be a slightly different situation. So with all that said and done, rather, as I tend to say, let's go ahead and hit play. So let's unpause. Looks like we've got some vet research done as well, some initial research on the reindeer, some work on the doll sheep. Good stuff, good stuff. And I should take a check on some of these things. Komodo dragon are overcrowded. Yeah, see, that's the downside of having these notifications tucked in there. And this also doesn't give me a red alert. Did we already handle that last time? We did not. Kadek and Kaliapa are all adults, so let's go ahead and move you away. Everybody else is babies. Yeah, and Booty is still able to have kids. Oh, you know what? I thought we did handle this last time already. All right, let's go ahead and release these 2 into the wild, maybe. Let's do it. They're a pretty endangered species. Let's release them into the wild. Oh, that's not a lot of conservation credits at all. Am I mistaken in how endangered they are? I wish you could see their genetics from this screen. Your genes are alright. We could probably trade you out. What about yours? No, I don't think we need to trade you out. Where is our other male? Is it you? No, you're the father. Alright. I wish you could have easier access to all the animals and their genetics in one place. A bit more together. A deck. Oh, there you are. There you are. What are your genes like? Oh, wow. These are actually really good. Okay, so we should probably trade out. Definitely. Send you to the trade center. Those are really good genes that we could help spread. I did see an interesting comment, though, about trying to keep good genes, in the trade center so we can have more high-quality babies down the line. That's a solid point. That's a good point. I should really consider that. Fertility here is kind of low, but clearly that's not been a problem. So as long as Enda gets back... Oh, they're both... Well, Enda's getting kind of old, actually. Might be the end of the line for Enda. So maybe it's time for Buddy to leave. Again, good genes, but we've got slightly better genes, right? With Kaliapa here. Slightly better genes. We'll just need a different female. Elok, I imagine, is inbreeding. Yep. So that's obviously not an option. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually get Buddy out of here. Again, they're decent genes. They're not the best, but they're decent genes. So over to the trade center for you. And Kaliapa is going to be the new dad, which means that Enda needs to be traded out as well when she comes back. But we also, as a result of that, need a new female Komodo dragon. What am I looking for? You. New female Komodo dragon. If I could, there we go. Hopefully we'll find one with decent genes. Now, I'm not going to be... Come on, there we go. I'm not going to be doing my trades today, but I think when I record the next episode, so I'll be recording it on Monday to release it on Tuesday. When I'm recording that episode, I will likely be trading out animals, and so I'll put a tweet out. Oh, these are great genes. I'll put a tweet out, Sir Wibble's Emporium. So those of you that are interested in getting some specific animals, and if you'd like to get them from this zoo, again, I try to make reasonable pricing, and I try to make put only reasonable animals up for trade. So if you want to participate in that, and we can share animals and stuff, I'll put a tweet out when I'm trading animals out, and you can hop on in and make some purchases. All right, so Ratu has had offspring. Now, saltwater crocodile, technically, do they count as Asia? Because it's hard to tell. They should. If I check their Zoopedia, will they count as Asia? They should, right? Yeah. I was wondering because they are in like Asia proper, not just Oceania. So I wanted to make sure. Snow leopard's about to have offspring. See what I mean? We're having so many babies. I want to be a top contributor to that community challenge because I can be, because we can be, and that's just a good feeling sometimes. I like community-driven things. That's why I get so engaged with like the comments and stuff. I like that kind of stuff a lot. So when I saw that last session, I was like, I really want to get involved in that. When I first found out that the game was going to do that kind of stuff, I was really pumped because I think it's a really cool way to bring people together, and I'm all about that, as I'm sure some of you. Well, I hope some of you have been able to tell. I am all about that. Okay, I was told there was a baby pangolin. You're an adult. Where's my baby pangolin? There really is one. They're so cute. They're such cute animals. I don't think there is, actually. Not yet. One way to find out for sure. There is. Where are you? There you are. Hungry. Actually, seeing hungry reminds me. Oh my god, you're so tiny. Oh my god, you don't even have claws. So small. I love that they like blink as well. That's so tiny. That is so tiny. Apparently the mothers typically curl around the babies when it's bedtime to keep them protected. Are you going to the mound to eat? You're not. Where are you going? Why, if you're hungry, you should eat, no? Actually, but yeah, seeing the hungry signifier reminds me, many of you pointed out that our reindeer are not able to get to the water, and so they're not able to drink, and so they're thirsty. Actually, y'all point out a couple of things. We're gonna have baby reindeer already. Wow. So let me just check here. If I check your habitat, yeah, you cannot get down there. And apparently the center over here is also blocked. So let's go ahead and make a couple of adjustments over here. And again, hopefully we can do this pretty smoothly so we don't have to pause and miss out on animals. Again, more snow leopard offspring. That's great. If I nudge you right to the edge, that should give enough room in the middle for the reindeer to cross. We'll check after, because I also want to check on the... It's pretty cool that they just jump it because they can't make it with a walk. Oh, perfect time to find out, actually. Also, fun fact, reindeer, male and female, all have antlers. Oh, they still can't make it, eh? That's kind of strange, actually. It is fully connected. Okay, let me just want to click on you. Let me click on you. All right. I'm editing the group still. There we go. Yeah, still a big gap. I'm curious about that. We'll sort that out in a bit. What's more pressing, I would say, is there access to the water? And for that, actually, I think I do have to pause it because otherwise there's so much adjusting to be done. Hopefully I can do it quickly, though. If we go ahead and get rid of the water, can we re-add it at the same height? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Good. So let's go ahead and push it down a little bit on this side, I think. I kind of want to push it down a lot on this side because it was also pointed out that from up over here, if the reindeer is just on the other side, you won't be able to see them, and that's just bad views. Let's go ahead and flatten a little bit. I have raised this a bit too much. This poor buddy over here is going to get boxed up, but it's okay. It's okay. There we go. Just flatten this out a little bit, and then we want to actually dig down a bit more at certain points so they're able to not just drink from it, but I also want them to be able to swim. I don't actually know if reindeer are like big swimmers. Is that the same height? I feel like that's a lot lower. Come on, it says that's valid. There we go. That's the entrance, and of course, seeing grass like that is always weird, so we're going to go ahead and turn that to soil. There we go. And I do agree, seeing more grass up here is nice because it's a grazing animal, so it's cool to have them be able to, you know, just munch on the grass. It looks like they do. It looks like they do just munch on the grass, doesn't it? So that's pretty neat. And I wouldn't mind adding a bit more snow at some spots as well. And like we can add a bit more snow over there. We can add a bit more snow up over here, right? Have it be green over there. We should add more snow over here because it does look quite weird to have the little ice blocks transition from the grass. So let's go ahead and get some more snow over here. And I think that should be good for the animal. We should also adjust this. I could just make this into a land bridge or into an ice bridge, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But I'm quite curious as to why the reindeer is having a hard time traversing. Could I delete these? I guess I could. Shift you a little further up. Like so. See if that does the trick. Oh, I should actually add some more soil over here, but we're able to play now. The reason why I wanted to pause was because I was worried that they were going to thirst to death. Not something I want to have happen. Oh, wow, you didn't get boxed. That's weird. I would have expected that. Oh, we're going to have some maturing tortoises next. This takes a second to update. I don't think it's updated yet. Yeah, there we go. There's the boxing. So you can get down over here. You can't cross. It's even worse now. I can't get there at all. And I do see the alerts there. Okay, hang on. Hang on. That's strange to me. That's strange to me. What about now? At least we know they can get down to the water. Okay, cool. So now they can get down to the water. They can go to both sides. They get kind of stuck over there. That's fine. I actually don't mind that. And there's the escape over here. So let's go ahead and put some rocks down, I think, to do the trick. And I will be upgrading this this enclosure a bit. I still want to do a big beauty pass. I still want to get a lot done. Nothing's ever complete though, right? As we always know, nothing's ever complete. So there's still a lot to do. And I will be doing it, quarantine passed. That's probably our Komodo dragon. And I do need to check. Yeah, all these tortoises maturing will require moving. I might trade a few of them. I might release them to the wild. Okay, cool. So we're good over here. What's the deal here? Why is this middle not working? It's gotta be something to do with the way it's connected, right? I could do a bit of overlap. Maybe that'll do the trick. And then we have to check on our tortoises. Come on now. No, I think that's made it worse. Okay. Alright, that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and do this instead. Well, I guess I have to lower these, actually. My bad. Go ahead and lower you a little bit. Okay, what's the deal now? Alright. We duplicate you over. What now? Okay. Okay, so just gotta adjust the terrain a little bit, I guess. This is a strange problem that I certainly wasn't expecting. Flatten this down a bit. They should have better access to the, That's so weird. That's just really weird to me. I mean, I could just get rid of the posts, right? Considering it's not really as long as it once was. That might make it a bit easier to traverse. Come on now. Still nothing. I mean, the other option obviously is to make it so they can just kind of swim across. I was hoping to have this bridge, but it's weird that it's more broken now than when we first put it down. Broken, I say, you know what I mean. Less traversable now. Okay, one last thing to try, I'm getting distracted over here. Okay, so now they can get up to there, but then they can't get across fully. Okay, we're almost there. That's good at least. Go ahead and lower this a bit. There we go. Again, we want to make sure, actually, I can't just make it a swim across because we want to make sure our keepers are able to get across as well. All right, cool. So you're able to get there. You're not able to swim up there. I don't necessarily mind that. That way they don't get too close to the polar bears, and the polar bears don't get an appetite, so to speak. So I'm fine for now. We might revisit it later, but let's go ahead and take a look at the tortoises, because this is going to start becoming a bit of a problem, obviously, as there's overcrowding now. But the game hasn't warned me yet. Where are all of my... I guess they're always higher up now. So obviously, Abril and Philippe are staying. Oh, they're getting old, eh? They're getting old. Oh no, they're elderly now. Are you fighting? You're fighting, aren't you? They are still able to have babies, though. So that's good. I just wanted to check that before I sent everybody else off. 1, 2, 3, 4... into the storage center. Let's go. Or in the trade center, rather. You two, stop fighting. What is this? You're supposed to be in love. No, stop it. Stop fighting. We've emptied it out. Stop it. It is crazy to see tortoise fights. This guy should just come through and pick one up and move it aside. It's like a little timeout, put it in the corner. Okay. Looks like it's over. Oh, man. This poor child just watching mom and dad fight. It's not your fault, buddy. Not your fault. Oof, these are not the best genes. We'll see. We'll see how our offspring work out. But these Philippe and Abril are getting old. I might need to get a replacement pair soon. That's wild. Himalayan brown bear has a bad ratio. Oh my god, like these notifications need to be in red and they need to pop out every time. I don't know the justification for that change. We've got Vivan, Arav, Meher. How many bears do we have in here? Okay. You two. It's the benefit of opening this if you're not going to select the animals I have selected. as a new UI element I wanted to see. Okay, I wish I'd marked the gift I'd got. I guess if we go to animal management, and we go just to the Himalayan bears. Just to the Himalayan bears, please. Himalayan brown bear. There we go. Frontier. Sorry, it's one of those words. Yeah, see, that's, I guess the gift is marked as frontier, so I guess Vivan was my, winning. So let's send the two of you to the trade center. Yep. And hopefully the pair that's left are still able to breed. Yeah, you're good. And what about down over here? Oh, we had an injury, I take it. Fair enough. Now, let's go ahead and get Susil over here. Move you into the Temple of Aura. We good? Yes, we're good. Good stuff. Continuing our challenge over here. Up at 15 now. Good stuff, good stuff. Multiple animals have low welfare. Where? Flamingos. I thought... Now, I'm pretty sure I already added speakers for the flamingo. It was suggested that having speakers with ambient sounds would help make the flamingo a bit happier, but I don't know... I don't know how well that has been working. Could do insects, jungle at night, rainforest. None of this is really correct. Splashing about in the swamp. Doesn't have to be a swamp, it's just the water. Add one there. Let's add one over here. Look at that. Look at them all feasting over here. Little hover fly, like chickens. That's what I always associate that with. It's like a chicken kind of, you flap a little bit, you fly to get a little bit of a height advantage. Not really flying. Let's put these speakers down over here. Cool. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let's see if that helps. And the way we'll know is if it'll be a while before we see a stress warning again. Hopefully, we'll see. We shall see. What's happening over here? Overcrowded, I'm guessing. Almost certainly. Another thing I want to do today. There really is a lot to do at any given time. There's so much to do at any given time. I'll send you all to the trade center. By the way, to those of you that are asking, yeah, inbreeding isn't really a problem for exhibit animals. It's really it's a habitat animal thing because as was explained to me in the comments previously, the animals that you typically find in exhibits don't suffer genetically as much through, or at all maybe, but they don't suffer genetically from inbreeding because it kind of happens in nature as well. So I guess that's nature's answer. But that's strange to me because the reason why inbreeding is so bad is because nature is trying to promote genetic diversity. So it seems strange to me that there are animals where it's acceptable. Where is there an escape path now? Oh. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. They didn't used to consider this to be worth climbing, but now here we are. What is all those balloons that have been released? That's hilarious. I mean, it's great that they're actually climbing more. I like that, but all these minute adjustments I have to make. Well, that wasn't marked as an escape point, though, was it? I don't remember that when we came back here to make adjustments. But it's okay. All we have to do is edit the barrier. It seems that they were like climbing on the lettering or something. So we can just kind of shift this forward a little bit. And then we should stop seeing that be an escape. Because they're not actually escaping. You know, it's just from the game's technical perspective, it's like, oh, they are outside of the barrier, even though they haven't really escaped. You know what I mean? All right, let's go ahead and get these guys freed up a little bit. Select all. It's a lot of male frogs. Go ahead and keep a pair of you and a pair of you. There we go. And rest in the trade center. We've kind of been neglecting a lot of stuff lately. No, stop. Okay. Here's another thing that I've been meaning to do for a while. Is I want to go to the zoo, go to my animal list. Dangerous animals escaped. Hmm. 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 Okay. This is the problem. Did not expect them to be such big fans of this area. And I need this access point for my staff. It's because I've made this all climbable. I mean, the easy quote-unquote solution is to go in and put down a modern glass structure over here. That'll block things off nicely. Should prevent them from getting too adventurous. I would still maintain the aesthetic, which is important, of course. So if we do that... No! Abril! No! 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 I can't believe it. The time's finally come. They've been with us for so long. I legitimately am at a loss for words. Wow. Wow, they have been with us for so long. Oh no, okay, I've got words. I guess it was just their time to Galapago. There we go, a little bit of levity. A little bit of levity always helps the situation, right? Oh, I cannot believe it. Wow, that's wild. I'm glad I didn't trade out the tortoises right away. I guess it's only a matter of time before the dad passes away, and then we can get a new pair or something. Man, wow. What episode did we get them in? What episode did we get them in? It's been so long. They've been with us for so long. Okay, sorry. Countless distractions when you're not paused, eh? Okay. Offspring, Gila monster, offspring, any other fighting going on? Animals overcrowding with Komodo dragons. I thought we took care of that. Have we taken care of that? I think we have. 11 males, but a lot of them are babies, so that's okay. Komodo dragon, okay. A little bit of death. Peafowl are fighting. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of some of the males here. Easy to spot, thankfully. Or, I mean, we could just do good old-fashioned... Where are you? You. And you as well, I suppose. We can get rid of some of the older ones as well. Sure, let's go ahead and release you to the wild. Because again, they don't really net a lot of money in the trade centers or anything. Ratchet, are you able to breed with anybody, or would it all be inbreeding? Inbreeding, and inbreeding. Okay, so Ratchet has to go as well. What am I looking for here? Right, there we go. We'll release him to the wild afterwards. Sorry, I don't like this change at all. It's like the reason why I don't like it is because it's like I'm used to what we used to do previously, obviously. And now very critical warnings aren't being given in a quick way. And in a quick to read way. And from a UX perspective, that's just not good. But also from like keeping a track of what's going on perspective, especially for someone like me. I tend to, while recording especially, this happens where you're focused on what you're looking at, you're commenting on what you're looking at, you're not necessarily paying attention to every little notification that's popping up. So when something in red pops up, it catches your eye and it stops, it pulls you away. Like facility broken down, like I wasn't gonna miss that. Granted, I'm also looking right here right now, but not having the fighting pop up in red, I don't understand that decision. And I'm going to stop talking about it now because I understand I've been rambling about it for many, many episodes, and I'm sure it's not fun to listen to, so I will stop. But just have to mention at that time because this time we're actively trying to solve the issues that have come from it. Rayan here is pretty good minus the fertility, but that's okay because it's not terrible. Let's go ahead and adopt you, pop you into a quarantine spot first because y'all tend to be pretty diseased, and then we'll Get you back in. Who else is having trouble here? Stress, a little bit of stress. Not as much as usual, but we'll see. I don't know if the speakers had anything to do with that. More vet research complete. Facility broken down. Please call the mechanic. Okay, where was I? Jeez. More offspring coming through. Is that more fighting? Yeah, we've got Enda, who we need to release into the wild. Okay. Wish I could rehome her. Kaliapa is new. Let's go ahead into Elok. Hang on. Who did we just bring in? Enda has been traded out. Traded out, traded out, traded out. Okay. Where is our newly added Susil? Where are you? You're in here, right? Yes, and I expect you to be the new mom. Okay. So what are our other animals here? Kaliapa, where's Susil? The bottom over here. Why? Okay, weird. Okay. What I've been trying to get to for the last, I don't know how long now. Animals. I want just my habitat animals. And I want to do them by maturity. And I want to just go boom, boom, boom. If they're babies, they get contraceptives. And that way, inbreeding should completely stop. The problem is, eventually when we have to cycle through... see, I wish this was organized by infant as opposed to by age. Or by both, right? Like, I would like to see my... Like, we have the young adult Ming Mei here. I don't want to put them on contraceptives. But they're in my way because they're younger than the 1.3s, but they're also not as mature from a life cycle perspective. You know what I mean? I wish there was a separate way to organize it. Anyway, go. Just a little UX stuff. Again, like I've said, it used to be part of my former career, so when I see that kind of stuff, I can't help myself in providing feedback. Just like I request feedback, I can't help myself from giving it either. I just feel like it would make some of this stuff easier. Then again, maybe me just staying on top of it as it happens would make things easier as well. But what's the fun in that? No, I'm joking. All right, there we go. We're good. In the future, moving forward, I think I do need to do this because it's getting... Our animals are getting so numerous. We're at that point where there's like inbreeding happening every minute I look away. Game of Thrones up in here, man. Good, we're good, we're good. There we go. Or the Spanish Habsburgs, either or. Either or. I really want to get some more work done at the Reindeer enclosure. Because I got some excellent suggestions for not just names, but also just how to make it a bit better. There's some things I need to ensure gets done so that the animal's happiness is taken care of as well. You see what I mean? I need to scroll all the way down to check for babies rather than having them all together. To check for maturity, rather, I should say. You're good. No, 5. No, no. We can't lose 5. Man, they come and go so quickly. We're about to lose a bunch of our wolves as well. There's a lot of organizing that needs to be done very soon. We will be doing a management session sometime in the very near future. I think when the wolves pass away, perhaps that's a good like cycle for us. When the wolves pass away, we can loop back in, reorganize that entire enclosure, and then reorganize the other enclosures that need it as well. Because it looks like quite a few of them will need them soon. When pronghorn antelopes pass away, it's not the end of the world, but because we have so many of them, don't get me wrong, Yaletha is going to give us nothing else. She's really old. I mean, we might get one more set of babies, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hearing the red panda squeaks is adorable. Even Geralt's on the old side, but he's in the trade center. We already knew that. Everybody else okay? Yeah, I think we're past the age of any animal being non-mature. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and now that we're done with that, man 5, I don't want you to go. Red 5 is the happiest coincidence a Star Wars fan could ask for. We have to say goodbye to that? Alright, let's see if we can't check on one thing here, though. It was suggested that the animals were actually fighting last session, as opposed to... Oh, we have 2 babies. As opposed to play fighting. I guess so. Are they overcrowded, though? Let's see. Red Panda. What are your numbers? 1 to 2. Guess so. Promiscuous is right, they've already got so many babies. Okay, so if it's 1 to 2, then Xiao Jun and Xiang both need to go. These are good genes on Xiao Jun, so over to the trade center with you. Okay, and again, I might keep them for later. And then down over here, 5 gets to stay. Changi. These are great genes as well. Can't obviously go with Xiang because it's inbreeding. How old are you? Not too old to have babies yet. That was an accidental zoom in, but I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, so we can keep him in for now. What about Xiang here? I guess we can send you off. We will release you to the wild. Let's release you to the wild. 110. That's not bad. Cool. Okay. What are we looking at here? 16 have been bred. Excellent. Now I feel a little bit better about our contribution. Oh my god, you're so tiny. Look like an ant from up on high. And the crowds are starting to come through now, it looks like. Oh, it's feeding time. That's why you're running. Looks like the crowds are finally coming through. I'm surprised that we haven't got any... Oh, it's January, that's why. I've learned to check the date now when I check for donations. I love the matching balloon and outfit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, we should come back to check on those donation bins at some point during, like, you know, like the middle of the year or something. But for now, okay, back over here. As many of you rightfully pointed out, exposed and wet. There it is. I was hoping it would show the issue, the main issue. So let's go ahead and just check. You're going to run across. Yeah, you're good. Good. Let's go ahead and fix that. And the way to fix that is add a little bit of artificial construction here. We have to. Now, as I was told or taught in the comments, apparently this is because often there is a fire, like a fireplace, and so that's the kind of the exhaust, if you will. But obviously we don't need that because we don't have a fire. What we can do instead is add... Oh, that's not going to work. That's not big enough. We can add a roof of sorts. I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to build one, though, using like the hexagon or something. Yeah, we'd like do something like this where it kind of sits halfway up, I think. Well, not halfway up, maybe a little bit higher, hopefully. Just so that it can block snow and rain, and it actually counts as hard shelter. This is really a bit big, isn't it? But that's even bigger. Wow. I want it smaller. You don't have any, like, tiny ones is the problem. I guess I could go a little bit lower. It doesn't have to be that high. We could also nudge it over this way a bit. We'll go a little bit higher. Just don't want it exposed on any side because then it kind of ruins the exterior look. There we go. That does the trick. Yeah. Cool. So now it's actually going to keep this shelter from getting wet. And I think the animals will be a lot happier for it. A lot happier for it. Go ahead and do the same back down over here. Again, just to make sure that they're able to tuck in and stay dry and comfortable. It's an excellent point. I hadn't noticed that at all, and many of you pointed out in the comments. And if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have spotted it. Now, it was also pointed out that I should add some color to these. But I'm not adverse to doing that at all, of course. But in my research, these were typically all pretty white. Now, the attire I've seen is typically very colorful. which I'm actually really interested and curious about. Now, you'll notice in a lot of, or you may or may not notice, in a lot of like desert cultures as well, clothing and food tends to be very colorful. You'll find this in Africa, you'll find this in India, and I think, I'm not sure about Mongolia actually, but typically in desert regions, you'll see dress and food tends to be very colorful, and often it's to counteract the blandness of the, you know, the uniform coloration of the sand. So I wonder if it's a similar thing where it's like everything is like just covered in, blanketed in snow, so you wear some more colorful and vibrant things to just feel a bit happier. You know, just it's a matter of feeling good. So I'm curious about that. I am curious about that. Let's go ahead and add some more coolers over here, because we have made it snow, but I think it's just not cold enough. So I think we made it snow at a pretty low intensity, so just maximize that first, and now we can drop some more coolers down. Many of you were asking for a lot more snow. I hope we've added enough at this point, but we'll see. If not, again, we'll find out soon enough, I think. Ying Tai is about to die of old age. You could play a game with pandas, dead or sleeping. We can see the breathing, obviously, but like, honestly, it's just like, I couldn't tell. Is about to die of old age or is already dead? Okay, so that's Ying Tai gone. Had a couple of babies, if I'm not mistaken, right? Literally a couple. Don't come here right now. Don't come watch mommy die. Oh, they're both here. Are they both the offspring? Go away. You should go away. We've got Yang here. I gotta figure out their potential mating partners and stuff. We've had some pretty good luck with the pandas, I would say. So go away, male. You cannot be with Lian. Wait, you can? Really? Okay, fair enough. You're the one who is related to everybody, right? Go away and Ying Tai. Dead. Well, no. Asleep. In the process of dying. The game just doesn't let animals die when they're sleeping, I guess, which is kind of sad. Most peaceful way to go. Quarantine pass for you. Go ahead and move you in. That must have happened a while ago, actually. Go ahead and pop you in there. Multiple animals have low welfare. Where is that? Yeah. Okay, let's scope one out right now. Where are you? You're over here. I wish it would tell you why they're stressed. Distressed and trying to hide. Doesn't really look like it's trying to hide. And it's also right next to a speaker right now. In fact, it might be right next to two speakers. This is the educational speaker, but it is right next to this speaker over here. I mean, if I add more bushes, if we just hide the animals from every angle, then guests are going to be unhappy. Obviously, the animals matter more to me than the guests, but... Oh my god. Okay, I want to see when that stress starts to change. 8% while here. Out in the open, right? Somewhat crowded, I suppose. Oh, we have our first baby reindeer. Now, I should get more reindeer as well. Many of you were pointing out that it'd be nice to have more reindeer. Okay, now all of a sudden, 100%. How does that make any sense? You were just walking in a straight line. Is it a distance to them, I guess, is the only explanation. We're at 44%. You are at 57%, but you're closer. You're at 61%. That makes sense. That logic follows. You went from 44% to 33%, 31%, 30%, but I don't, right? I'm not the only one who's like confused, right? Now you're coming closer. Are you gonna get more stressed? Yeah. I don't get it. Have you actually died? No, still asleep. I hope the game hasn't bugged out and we're gonna have a dead panda sleeping back there throughout the whole rest of our time with the zoo. All right, over to our reindeer again. I want to see our baby. Oh, there you are. Oh yes. Oh, don't try to run away from me. You know exactly why I'm clicking on you, because I want to try and find your escape routes. You're not going to get past me that easy. Oh, or maybe you are going to get past me that easy. Wow. A lot of escape routes. Okay. Glad I checked. Glad I checked. Block this bridge underpass off. One over there. We're fine on that side. Come on, cancel. Where is my baby? There it is. Check you again here. Still able to... Wow, they're tiny, I guess. Just want to put one down over there as well. Okay, cool. Gonna move you over a touch. And like so. That should block that off. Put another tree down. Trees are not the best thing to block animals back with. It's also been suggested that I make a more natural looking, similar to the camels, like make a natural looking barrier, like out of sticks and stuff, so that it feels like it's a herded location, or it's a herding location, as opposed to a, like a enclosure for a more dangerous animal, perhaps. I do like that idea. I like what we did with the camels. I'll try and think of something different for these guys, though. Maybe try and get a bit more cultural inspiration going. Oh, you are able to escape over here. Well, not really. Not really escape. Go and get some... Oh, I guess I got the covering for the hard shelter in just in time. There we go. I feel like there's a fair bit more work to do with this enclosure. The more I think about it, the more I feel like there's a bit more we could do, just in order to make it feel a bit more natural. It's got a lot of like hard edges. It's got a lot of like uncomfortable shapes and stuff, I suppose, is the way to put it. So I do wonder, that's just gonna make it easier for them to get out of here. Undo all that. See if we can't rotate you like so. Make this a sheer face, basically. Well, as sheer as possible. Just try and prevent their escape from over here. Babies, causing us so much trouble. Causing us so much trouble. But they're allowed because they're so cute. It's a universal excuse, right? You have to get away with stuff when you're an adorable baby. Alright, there we go. That'll hopefully prevent the escape. Where are you? Did you escape from the other direction? I wouldn't be surprised. Knowing my luck, oh, maybe they're hiding actually. This is the time to hide. So we've got one in here. We've got none in here. One's out over here. Is anybody using this shelter over here? A little bit more hesitant about using this one, I guess. The baby can definitely get in there, no problem. Yeah, we could really use some more snow, couldn't we? Could use some more snow. Because we've got the dirt and stuff as well. That's why it doesn't turn it all to snow. Spread a little bit of it over here. Alright, where is my baby? I need to check its escape still. Baby, where are you? How do we end up with an I mean, I guess we have albino hair. Oh, you were hiding in here. Cheeky little thing. Right. I know I've got a couple more escapes over here. Right. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. We could make this a bit more interesting. And do something like that. Just again, just to make it a bit more compelling to look at. Where are you? There you are. Plotting your escape, no doubt. You're able to come over here, but you get blocked off, and you're still able to get out from over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and again, we could put another tree down, I suppose. So I wonder if we should just block their access to up there. How are you able to get up there? What's the path you take? Over and across here, eh? Okay, fair enough. I'm actually surprised the trees don't block block things off a bit better. Try that. Let's try that. Where's our baby? Always getting away from me. Where are you? There you are. Alright. Hopefully the last check we have to do. No, still able to get out over here. Yeah, I guess the trees don't really do the job. Okay, no worries. What we'll do is we'll put a rock down for now. Oh, it's nice to see them swimming as well. Good to see them actually getting some use out of the water. And put the rock down over here. Try and block their access here. There we go. And just to make it look a little bit more natural, obviously, we'll add a piece over there. And a piece over here. But this is what I mean. Like, I want to try and blend the river into the edge a bit better. Make it feel a bit more like it's the actual region it's supposed to be. Rather than this weird grass that just all of a sudden falls off the edge. There we go. Come on now, there we go. Excellent. But that's all stuff that I want to do in a time lapse, obviously. Alright, there we go. Shouldn't take too long in a time lapse, so we will... What I might do is, next session, I want to get our next animal, which is the Japanese macaque, and then I want to maybe do a beauty pass for both at the same time, potentially. Now, okay. Up over here, I have not done my education boards. As so many of you pointed out, much to my happiness, because I would have completely missed it. Rather, I did completely miss it. Not just I would have, but I did. Go ahead and align you to surface. Pop one down over here. Pop one down roughly down the middle, I would say. Like over here. Should be good. Now let's pop another one down the end over here. Is power really not getting here, or did you just not pick up on what you're supposed to be? I don't know why it does that. Okay, there we go. There we go. Go ahead and get our donation bins up here as well while there are guests up here. That would be nice. Okay, drop one down over here. Drop one down over here. And the last one in the corner over here. And we, of course, want to get the speakers down as well. You really do need the speakers to make a proper, like, education combo. Otherwise, it just doesn't do the trick. I've noticed that since the beginning. It just doesn't do the trick. Alright. One speaker down here. One over here, but it's going to have to be quieter, I think. We have a bit of overlap going on over there. Go ahead and shift you over. The overlap only counts if people can walk through it, so this is fine. Though, actually, just in case, I guess I could lower this a little bit. It's not the end of the world, right? Touch lower down to 7, maybe not 6, but 7. Oh, no, it's a little bit overlap then. Fine, let's do that. Or, alternatively, because it's spherical, I could keep it at 8, and I could lower it. There. Done. Now it's closer to vandalism distance. Speaker here. Let's go ahead and... Not the vents, the speaker, please. Speaker, I said. There we go. And pull you over to the other side. And a bit over. Just so we can spread that knowledge a bit further. We'll lower the volume a step. I think that should be enough to get rid of the overlap. Go. Done. And then one thing I need to check actually is with regards to our work zones. We're about to hit 2 million, by the way. We might have already hit 2 million actually. I just didn't notice it happen. I've kept an eye on it for the most part. Replace and replace. I want to check work zones real quick because it was pointed out to me. Oh, that's not what I meant to click on. That's a me problem. Look at all the work we did though between checks. A fair bit. Staff work zones. Someone pointed out. A couple of you pointed out that I might have missed something up over here. The solar panel and the winter. Oh, okay, fair enough. So that would be East Asia. Gotta add you and you. Don't know when the solar panel got deselected though, if I'm completely honest. Cool. Thank you once again. All right, that's taken care of. Got our education boards up. That's good. Got, taking a quick look at my other notes. All right, you know, there's a floating heater somewhere in the rhino enclosure that's been pointed out to me a couple of times, and I keep forgetting to address it because the episodes they're so dense sometimes. Let's go ahead and see if we can't spot it. Like so. You're all grounded, you're grounded, that's good, you're grounded. You're on the ground. Oh, look at the little baby. Barrage lives on. You're in the ground, you're in the ground, everything's in the ground here. Was it maybe the elephant enclosure? Let's check. Mine over here. Watch, I'm like missing it. We of course have heaters in the building itself as well. That's intentional. In the ground. Where is this floating heater? Where is... I mean, I understand I'm with the elephants right now, but I'm just checking to be thorough. Not here. Right, back to the rhinos. Oh, there we go. I assume it's this one. There. That should do the trick. That should do the trick. Cool. This is adorable. Turn the light on over here so we can actually see this little family interaction over here. They're so cute. Alright, what's going on here? More stressed at flamingos. Yep. Inspection has gone very well, actually. Habitat 23, that name's going to change. In fact, that name is going to change right now. We'll get the sign up for it as well. I got to figure out where I want to put the sign down, actually. So I know what I want it to be called. Got a lot of great name suggestions. Again, some very culturally inspired, some very punny. It's always difficult. Always difficult, but I've got one that I'm going to go with here. As soon as I figure this out, though. I want to add some more lights. And it was actually suggested to try out something. Well, a couple things were suggested. One is, what if we try... Whoops, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, that's just frustrating. It's not letting me select on, it's like click the color because it was clicking the item instead. That light does not get far enough, eh? Wow, okay, that's really... It's like clicking through the menu. And I did it again. Okay. There we go. I wasn't done. I think we need to rotate it a bit. Like the idea is that the Aurora Borealis is above it, and so that light's kind of reflecting onto the enclosure. I really like the idea. I like the thought of it. Just a matter of executing it properly. Just a matter of executing it properly. And I got a couple of ideas actually for the lighting here, which I'm really curious to play around with and experiment with. Could you point down a bit more? This has been a really interesting session in terms of trying to get everything done while time is moving forward. It's so like rattling almost. Hey, we're at 2 million. Because yeah, like I wanted to get Reindeer, but I got interrupted by something. Probably just my own thoughts, but I gotta check for Reindeer again. Where are we? Reindeer. But I mean, I hope y'all don't mind it, because I certainly don't. I wanted to participate in this community challenge, and felt like it'd be impossible if we were paused for this entire session. So we want another female reindeer, right? Mika over here's male, so, you know, good genes, but one crucial difference in the genes from what we need. Olaf. All the males are like good stats. The females, not so much. Oh, Freya. You can't have a name like that and then expect me to ignore it. These are all right stats. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go for it. Yes, entirely because of the name. Can't resist. There we go. Into the quarantine. Now, where do we put the name down of the enclosure is the other question. You come through... I mean, I guess we could put it up over here. Does that feel like it belongs to the other side? It is attached to the other habitat, but... Or we could put it up over there, I suppose. When you're here, you can see it up there. Oh yeah, I like that. Couple of options. There are a couple of options. I actually, you know, I think I prefer it being up over here. I think so, at least. So again, I got a couple of name suggestions inspired by various aspects of either, you know, punnage or culture. And I got one which I thought was nice because of just things we talked about last session. If I can just find where the alphabet is. So we're going to go ahead and put down the name right now because I want to make sure we get that today. Go with the large letters for this. You can tell I'm kind of like on... I don't want to say on the fence, but I'm wondering if I want to do this in a slightly different way. No, I think we'll go with this. I might try and figure out a different way to execute this. Okay, so the name we're going with is where's my A? Let's go with the smalls actually for this. A. So the name we're going with is I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, so I apologize. It is Sapmi Stable, and Sapmi is a region in Scandinavia, and beyond. I think it goes beyond the borders of just Scandinavia, but it is it's the region where the Sami people are found. Sapmi. I'm checking my spelling like 20 times. Again, if I'm butchering any of these pronunciations or spellings or anything, you let me know. Y'all are the experts, or at least, you know, some of y'all are the experts in this. Some of you know just as much as I do. But if you know better, then always feel free to correct me. And I like the idea of like just again embracing that that culture that we're referencing, and much like Yanasi Plains, we have, you know, we have a word which would be quote unquote foreign, so to speak, to the visitors of the zoo, but then we have one that like grounds it, so it invites the question, right? Like you read the word stable and you go, oh, okay, I know what stable means, but what is this other word that I don't recognize? Same thing with the Yanasi Plains. It's like, oh, I know what plains are, but what is a Yanasi? And it might, you know, make you inquisitive. It might make you look it up. I was that kind of kid, so like that's what I have to go on, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the A over here has an accent. We're just going to use a comma to make that accent. There we go. Oh, I'd like to better up over here. Boom. There we go. Beautiful. Sapmi Stable. And so as you walk through, yeah, you get a pretty good view of it. I wonder if we have reindeer. Nah, just these kind of like Christmassy, cheesier, kind of goofy ones. So we're going to stick with this. And of course, we have to make the name official. And let's see if I can't actually get the accent in here. Boom. And in the interest of getting a pun in, I'm glad that the reindeers gave us a lot to talk about. Huh? There you go. How's that for a cross-language pun for you? Taka is the Finnish word, Finnish word. Pardon my ignorance. For a herd of reindeer. That was another one of the suggestions for use over here. There were a lot of really good ones. When I say I have a tough time picking names, I have a really tough time picking names. You know what I don't have a tough time with though? Scoring 5 stars across the board. That feels fantastic. Now, I won't be surprised if our overall review comes into 4 stars, but listen, we saw the 5s. We saw the 5s. Freya, let's get you in here. There we go, into the Sapmi Stable. And, yeah. I think I'm happy with that name. It's so hard to pick. That's why I was, like, hesitant. It's like, am I rushing it? I'm still like, I like the name. And I think part of it is because normally I do it during a time lapse, and my thinking and mulling is condensed because of a time lapse. So right now you're hearing my thought process of second and triple and quadruple guessing every decision. But yeah, y'all let me know what you think. I'm very happy with that name, and what we're going to do as well is we're going to go through with the idea I had, and it was actually seconded in the comments, and I was like, it's great. Similar wavelengths, to like have a bit of an extension over here, basically, and a little loop that we'll build, where we'll build a little village, or a little, yeah, I guess we can call it a village, like a little village or a camp or whatever, where we'll have, more structures, and that's where we're going to have information centers, food, washrooms, things like that, and that should really help with getting guests over here. Right now it's a little barren, and I can't help but feel like it's partly because of a lack of things to do in that corner, but we are at least seeing some people coming up over here. Now it's March. I keep checking at the start of the year. We are starting to see some people up there, though. Starting to see some people up over here as well, so that's good. Any donations up over here? None and 25. Okay. That's something, I guess. Water treatment requires repair. Let's get to it. How have we done on this challenge? Pretty well, I think. 17 animals. Not bad. Not bad. Shreya has matured, so we're going to have to do a trade there as well. Okay, let's go ahead and hit pause for a second here. All right, so what have we got to do? I want to very quickly just lay down the path structure over here. We can have you passing over the heater. That's not a problem. I want to have a nice kind of a curve here. The reason why I'm pausing right now is because I just want to get this done as smoothly as possible, and I'll probably be doing a little bit of experimentation with it. Like we do something like this, maybe? Right? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Get you over here. And then we could have our facilities, info center. I've got so many good name suggestions for these as well. We could put the info center down on this side. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to lay it out. Do I want guests going all the way around? It worked for the orangutan. We've got a lot of guests that actually explore that area that I didn't think this spot would be so busy. Like this area, I did not expect it to be so busy, but it's getting a lot of traffic. So I'm hoping for something similar over here. Let's go ahead and put the info center in the center. It always feels like the right spot for an information center, not just because it has the word center in its name. And I don't like that. Initially I thought I wouldn't mind the steps down, but I do. Very much do. I was not a fan of that. I'll get you in here. And there. Just a little off the ground, and we'll add stuff to make it make sense, obviously. So we want an info center. Let's go ahead and get a, let's say a pip shot juice. Why not? Get you up over here. I kind of want it to look, I'm thinking I kind of want a little bit of haphazardness. See, what we could do is have a lot of fun with like these like mound structures. I don't know about fitting them into these so much because you can see how the shape doesn't really work exactly. Oh, you know what? Okay, I've got some ideas. 2 hires, 2 pointless hires. It's okay. We're not going to fire them or anything. We'll they'll have enough places to work. We're going to have enough vendors to add them to. I've got plans. They will require a time lapse. I've just the idea has gone from like something relatively small scale to like, okay, I'm going to make a whole plaza out of this space, and I think I have an idea of how I want to execute it. So I hope y'all don't mind, but I am going to hold that off for next time. We got a fair bit done today. I know it's not as again, I apologize that it's not as an insane amount of progress as we sometimes make because we didn't have a time lapse. But I'm very happy that we got to have a lot of babies. We got to take care of contraceptives finally, so hopefully inbreeding is going to stop being a problem. We did manage to manage some of our animals as well, though some others unfortunately got ignored in the process of all the notifications that pop up. Go ahead and just really quickly, since we noticed these guys, just really quickly there, do that. Wonderful. And we actually saw a rather momentous occasion. One of our tortoises has finally passed away, and that's just, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. And we got a baby reindeer. So a fair bit did happen. A fair bit of management happened as well. We took care of the Komodo dragons. Is there any other fighting going on right now? New animal, maturing, Komodo dragons. Are you guys... You are still fighting, aren't you? No, these guys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are in the trade center. 1, 2, 3, 4 are juveniles. 5 plus 4 is 9, which means 10 and 11. 2 are adult males. Oh no, I counted a female here. Oh. Why is this not organized properly? Yeah, we should be fine here. I just see 1 adult male and 1 adult female. Baby, 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 baby. Adult female in the trade center. Being carried. Oh, you should be in the trade center. Right. That should do the trick. Wow, can't believe I've been missing that. Can't believe I've been missing that. But apart from that, yeah, see now the pronghorn antelope we're fighting for. Okay, alpha status, that's fine. Overcrowding is a problem. All right, looks like that's everything. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. I feel bad. I feel bad about having missed that. But folks, that's where we're going to call it a session today. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was slightly different. Fair bit of management done. We next session, I think. I'm sorry, I just can't get over the shapes I see. Next session, we add the monkeys. We do this. We try and do both. I don't know if we can do both. Maybe we add the monkeys next session, and the session after that we do a beauty pass where we do, you know, both kind of sections. Because we will want to add some like vendors and stuff up there as well. Sure, that might be the way to go. That might be the way to go. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think, what you feel. As always, makes a huge difference in how I approach content on the channel. If you enjoyed the session, leave a like, leave a comment. If you didn't enjoy the session, leave a comment. Let me know why. Let me know what I can do to make it better. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.